Portia's family matters. Girl, your family a hot mess. So they're still at the dinner table. People are arguing back and forth. But what stood out was Storm's mom crying. I'm like, what are you crying about? Apparently her relationship with her daughter is not good. And you could tell Storm is kind of damaged. Like she's very aggressive, let's not say aggressive for black women. But she's very, I'll say childish because she is the youngest there. She's quick with the mouth. She's ready to argue. And her and Dennis are arguing, and then it's like F you and storms out. I was like, did they bang? Are we gonna find out they were fucking behind Portia's back? Because this energy is too much between a boss and an employee, especially if you haven't worked for him for years. Like, what? Why are you mad? Why is he mad? Anyway, so we get back to the hotel. Everybody's decompressing because it was a shit show. So Porsha and Simon are together, and Simon's like, girl, I need to pack up Dennis's stuff and get rid of it. Like, I don't want to keep having this conversation. He did it like a boss. It's like, you gonna do that for me? And she's like, yeah, she's gonna do that. Then in the confessional, she's saying how it's now her robe. I'm like, girl, you could afford a robe. Why are you keeping his stuff? That shows you she's not all the way moved on, because it was quick for her to get with Simon. And Simon might be the love of her life, but she still has battle scars from Dennis, which had not healed yet. So Lauren is planning a trip to the cenote where they will like swim and kind of cleanse themselves of all issues. So they have this talking stick, and Mama Gina is talking about she finds it hard to forgive. That then Storm and her mom kind of reconcile, they hug. And the mom is like screaming like a chicken whose head is cut off. And I'm like, what is the situation, sis? Like, it took a good 3 to 5 minutes for them to calm her down. The priceless thing was Dom's face. Dom was like, girl, if you don't sit the hell down. And Lauren, the new assistant, is like, all right, girl. Ooh, I forgot something. At that dinner table, I've forgotten the auntie's name. The auntie from the dad's side was like, who are these people? This is not my family. That killed me. She looked at them. She's like, you're not my family. She looked at Laurie, the sister. You're not my... She even looked at Laurie, the stepsister. I was like, I don't really know you. And I was like, what? It was so random. It was so funny. And Porsha is like, why is she acting like she got kidnapped to this dinner? Like, girl, you didn't have to come. But that was funny. So back to the Cenote River. So they're going around. Everybody's pretty positive. Then we get to Porsha, and Porsha is like, Dennis's mom pissed me off. I'm not ready to forgive. I'm going through the process. And I'm like, what the hell? Why is this so toxic? Like, this is toxic. They're not ready for this. They're going to get season 2 because this is a lot. And Lundy and Lauren, the stepsister, strike me as they have just a little bit of jealousy for Porsha. Like, they do strike me like that. Like, they're happy for her, but they're not all the way happy. And they kind of need her. Because Lauren, while Porsha was speaking, the auntie that said, you're all in my family, was like, Lauren, your face was squeezed. You were curling your toes. What's up? Then Lauren is talking about her working for Porsha. This was like 5-6 years ago when they had that disagreement. And she's like, she didn't feel appreciated, this and that. Like, girl, you're working as her assistant. Why were you stuck? Why weren't you trying to move your own career up? Like, it doesn't make sense. But Lauren doesn't seem it's almost like she gets just a little bit. I'm not saying a lot because she's been a good and loyal sister. Just a little bit of pleasure when Porsha suffers. Just a little bit. I don't think she's super, super jealous. So at the end of the dinner, Dennis's work shows up, so he doesn't show up for the final dinner. And his mom is smiling with her hating self. Like, yeah, I'm going to get Porsha. Everybody knew, including Simon, because Simon and Dennis met. Oh, I missed Simon's breakfast. But at that breakfast, you could tell how controlling Simon is, because Dennis is still asking for this stupid robe. I'm like, how much is this robe? Give him the money, like Cashapp him. Like, why are we talking about this stupid robe? So Simon's like, don't worry, I have professional movers on speed dial. Because whenever I end a relationship, they're on dial to pack up the person's stuff, and no piece of clothing will be left behind. I was like, oh shit. And Dennis is like, man, Porsha better beware. Harry better be on documents because he's about to pack her up and send her out. So Dennis is not at dinner, and you can tell Porsha is getting worked up. I'm like, why do you care that he has a girl here? You have your fiance here. Like, you want to move on, but you don't want him to move on. Like, make it make sense. And in the confessional, she's like, she's not yet mature enough to like kind of let things go. I'm like, bitch, let things go. If I was Simon, I'll have a bit of a problem because this does not make sense. Like, what? You're with me, you're supposed to be super happy, and I'm your future. Why do you care what Dennis is doing? And why is it able to change your mood? But anyway, that was it. Next week, I guess she meets work and we see where that goes. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you guys.